In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I made 220K for my client with only 18K in ad spend, achieving a 12 times return on ad spend. And this is how we spent the 18K on a call funnel. We got a 135 cost per call. We booked 138 calls and we closed 22 of them. And I'll break down the math here. And my objective with this video is to share some lessons I learned along the way and share the mistakes we made and the hurdles we have to come across to get such a result. So you can learn something and apply it to your business and make more money. So we spent this much and we got 138 calls. And of the 138 calls, we got 98 to show up, which is a 71% show up rate, which is on the lower end of my standard because I usually target 80%. This is a aim for the stars, get to the moon type of theory. But most of you are stuck at 45, 50 and satisfied. So take this as a benchmark and please fix your show up rate. You will make so much more money. And 22% close rate on those and 71% show up rate over here. This is how the math worked. And this was a minor test campaign, by the way. The client ran himself and gave up. You can see the cost per booked call is way higher. And our CAC was approximately $850 while we ran this campaign. And you also may be asking, why did you stop at 18K if you were making so much money? Simply put, the client could not handle the volume. He did not have the team to cater to all of them. Now, cash collected per client was 10K on average. It was above 10K most of the time. I'll break down the math in a second here. It was 12 to 18K with most of the clients he had, or we got them. But 10K was kind of the minimum, so I'm going with 10K here too. So you a conservative estimate. So our LTV was really good, really good. And I'll show you a few things in a second that we did to boost his LTV to a greater extent and how you can apply them in your business as well. Now, story time. The offer was actually a 0% funding offer in the US. The guy was a simple dude who worked in corporate in JP Morgan and Chase. I won't reveal his identity, of course, and he quit after 5 years at JP Morgan and Chase. And he learned of these 0% credit lines that banked offers promotionally for 12 to 18 months. A lot of people still run these offers. You can check them out. And he decided to run his own funding offer because he had a really good network working mid to top level at JP Morgan. And he wanted to cash in. So he quit his job over here. He was not making much. He was like making 150, 160K a year. And then he started his offer. He did not know nothing about ads, but he did have his network and he could make YouTube videos. So he started making YouTube videos while he was getting a few clients from his network. Now, obviously, YouTube is very scalable. That is why I'm making this video as well. But it's slow. It's like a curve like this. While ads could go just like this. And networking, you can only talk to so many people at a time, right? So how the offer math works is on this offer. You fund a client between 50K to 250K in a single round at 0% for 12 to 18 months, ideally. Understood? And how we make money on this is we take a 12% cut of this. This also allowed us to put in if you don't get funded, you don't pay guarantee, because we were taking the money from the funds they received via our application process. So a client got funded 100K, we would take 12 grand. A client got funded 200K, we will take 24K. And this is how the math worked. So that's how I came up with the 10K average, because most of our clients were funded between 50K and 100K. Now, he had tried meta ads here and there, but of course, due to his lack of experience, he could not make it work. Now, this niche is not very saturated, and you can make ads work pretty easily. But what was the problem? Niching down was his problem, surprisingly. And this sounds counterintuitive, I know, because everyone preaches niching down, like Hormozy, Alex Baker. The guy, my client, religiously watched these two guys and applied the concepts. But he applied the concepts these dudes taught for like crazy sophisticated market, which were around here, that had heard every promise, that had seen every offer, but his offer was relatively new on the market. And not a lot of people even believed in 0% funding. So niching down was not necessary. And on this pyramid, he could go for all four with a single offer because every business owner needs funding and wouldn't mind it. What he actually did is he niched down on agencies of all the other businesses you could go for. He went for agencies, coaches, and consultants. You know the classic that gurus go for. So it did not quite hit and land. You saw the 260 above, but before he was actually paying 350 plus per call. This was too narrow. It's not too narrow if you go in with any other offer, like a coaching consulting offer, but a funding offer. Not a lot of agencies are qualified, and he had no other factors in his offer to qualify people or these agencies. What we did was we niched in on revenue instead of the business type. What I did was service-based businesses doing at least 6 figures. This is what we went for. This did a lot better. So basically, we said business owners doing at least 6 figures in revenue, we can get you $250,000 at 0% interest for 12 months. This was the pitch if I had to really simplify it. But of course, we used our marketing source to angle it and make it more convincing. What this did for us was it avoided a lot of the competition, and we were able to be this guy right here. Because everyone else, you need a 700 plus credit score for this, at least 680, but everyone says 700. We were able to eliminate competition because they were just going after the competition was just saying 700 plus credit score and you are welcome, we'll get you the money. But that meant you were getting a lot of people with low intent, a side gig business, nothing real, unqualified BS. You know what I mean. But when we sealed in on the revenue number, we got serious people running plumbing, HVAC, roofing companies, doing real revenue 30, 40, 50K a month who needed funding to scale. And they were ready to get started tomorrow. While these people, agencies, and any other type of business doing anything half seriously would take months to commit. Keep this in mind while you launch your next offer. Are they product aware? Are they solution aware? How sophisticated is your market? How is your competition like? You don't always have to niche down on a type of business for your offer or type of person. You could narrow down on a trait, number, characteristic instead. The mechanisms that sealed our deal, I'm giving it away. Scarcity. This is supposed to mean scarcity. Scarcity. The scarcity element in our offer was very believable due to these two things. Nobody else used this, by the way, just us in the market. This is because I'm such a great marketer and I know how to position the offer with the market narrative. Around this time, while we ran this offer, it was this time frame. It was January to March. Trump posted this, proposing a credit card interest rate cap at 10%, and also Congress introduced a bill saying the same thing. So how we introduced scarcity was, we said, when these rules get implemented and banks can't rip you off, then they won't give you the promotional 0% interest line because they will be losing money. Now they can charge 20, 30%. And that is why they give out 0% interest rates to highly qualified candidates. But when they can't, they will stop. So this is your chance right now to take action and get the money on a fixed term for 12 months. This was one thing. The other thing that boosted our LTV like crazy was support on the second round of funding plus half the commission for loyal clients. So you can do multiple rounds of funding. So let's say on one round you get 80K with JP Morgan and Chase. And then second round you go with Amex and some other bank and you get 120K. This is possible. You can do this every 6 to 12 months. What we did was the 80K the client first got would take 12% off. And then to prompt him to stay and get funded even more, we would only take 6% on the second round, which would usually be higher. This boosted our LTV and gave the clients a better experience. Now, this was the real sauce that sealed the deal for our offer. I proposed a points play for the offer because the guy had knowledge of this. He used it himself and even advised me on it, but it was not in the offer. So in the back end, what we did was this was not promoted heavily top of funnel, but while closing in the MOF material, we used to promote the points play, meaning we'll help you spend your funding in a way that you will earn a lot of points. The pitch was get free flights, vacations, dinners while you spend your funding. So you get funded, which may stop soon due to the Congress bill. And while you spend your funding, you earn free money on top of that in terms of vacations, flights, dinners, etc. On top of all of this, we help you with the second round as well to get more money and only take half of the commission we did before. That's about it on this video. I will not drop all the sauce because it's not fair to the client. But the lesson here has been always be LTV maxing instead of ROAS maxing, meaning be creative. Look for LTV plays like this that apply in your offer. Like this, come up with structures like this and look at the market and find real scarcity inducing factors like this. After all, AI cannot do everything. You have to be creative. You have to come up with mechanisms. You have to come up with offers that maximize your LTV while keeping the client happy and his customers happy. That's about it for this video. Now go out there and make some more money. And if you want me to run your meta ads and your funnel, work on your offer, positioning, anything else, go down below. There's a link. You can go through the form. And if you are qualified, we'll jump on a quick call, look at your business, look at your offer. I'll audit it for free and show you the gaps that you currently have. And if you are a good fit, we'll work together and make you a bunch more money like I did for this client. Take care.